day, everyone. You're welcome to this week's Business and Investment Tips program, a production of RCCG Christ Church Radio with Ayodeji Ebo, an investment professional. This week, we focus on the proposed policy reforms of President Bola Tinubu Part 2. Last week, we discussed the implications of the petrol subsidy removal and suggested solutions to reduce the impact on Nigerians. This week, we will discuss the implications of the proposed unification of the exchange rates, multiple taxation, and reduction in interest rates. Unification of the exchange rates. To keep the exchange rate strong, the CBN introduced several measures to manage demand, causing a wide disparity between the official 472 naira 50 kobo per dollar and parallel 769 naira per dollar FX markets. The premium in the parallel market, where most of the businesses involving FX is done, was 296 naira 50 kobo per dollar as at Friday. President Tinubu, in his inaugural speech, mandated the CBN to unify the exchange rates. This implies that the gap in the exchange rates between the official, parallel, BDCs, and other segments should be negligible. This will eliminate round-tripping and rent-seeking activities in the FX market. We highlight the implications if this is achieved. 1. Appreciation of the naira at the parallel market. Adjusting the exchange rate at the official market, projecting this may be adjusted to above 600 naira per dollar, backed with increased supply, will lead to naira appreciation at the parallel market. This will be positive for the economy as prices of imported items may decline over time, reducing the impact of removing fuel subsidies. The appreciation of the naira at the parallel market will reduce the cost of importing deregulated petroleum products into the country, as the CBN has not been supplying FX to independent oil markets, hence leaving the NNPC as the sole importer of petrol into the country. 2. Boost FPIs and FDIs. Unifying the exchange rate will boost the confidence of the foreign portfolio and foreign direct investors and lead to increased inflow in the country. This is if capital control restrictions that act as barriers to outflows are removed. Capital controls have led to weakened investment as FPI dropped to $2.4 billion in 2022 from $16.4 billion in 2019, while FDI fell $0.5 billion in 2022 from over $0.94 billion in 2019 due to the rationing of the FX and the disparity in our exchange rates. 3. Increase in diaspora remittances. Closing the gap between the official and parallel markets will increase the inflow of diaspora remittances through the official channel and ensure tracking. 4. Renewed foreign interest in the Nigerian capital market. Unifying the exchange rate and easing of capital controls will lead to the renewed interest of foreign investors in the fixed income market and equities markets. This will translate into high share prices in the equities market and lower rates in the fixed income market. Multiple taxation. Multiple taxation has damaged a lot of businesses and companies in Nigeria. Hence, there is a need to overhaul our tax system to reduce the burden and increase the sustainability of businesses. The plan to review the multiple taxation was highlighted by the president. This will reduce the cost of doing business and reduce the impact of fuel subsidy removal. Additionally, this would attract more foreign direct investments into the country due to the cheaper cost of doing business. Beyond streamlining taxes, there is a need to intensify efforts to widen the tax net and reduce the tax rate to free up resources for businesses and Nigerians. Lower interest rate. The Monetary Policy Committee has increased the monetary policy rate (MPR) in the last 7 meetings and is currently at 18.5%, given the persistent rise in the inflation rate, which is at 22.22%. The 364-day T-bills at last week's primary market auction, PMA, closed at 9.5%, translating to the negative real return of 12.72%. Given the current inflation rate and the volatility in the FX, we believe that this may be an arduous task in the interim. However, this can be achieved in the medium to long term once the inflation rate begins to subside, premised on major policy reforms around exchange rates, land borders, infrastructural bottlenecks, and insecurity in food processing areas. Overall, these are major pain points that, if adequately tackled, will boost Nigeria's economic activities above 5% GDP growth rate and increase the overall well-being of Nigerians. Thank you for listening. Please join us same time next week for another exciting and insightful session. For questions, comments, and feedback, kindly forward to ebo.ayodeji@gmail.com or send an SMS to 070-8246-3747. Stay blessed.